And I am coming at you today from Boston, Massachusetts, where I'm here for the Design Research Society conference. And I know you guys love it when I talk about conferences and networking and all that. So I am doing something that's a little bit interesting. It's definitely something that's common in the research world, not as common in conferences that architects and interior designers might go to, but it is research-based presenting papers. So I, along with several colleagues, wrote a track proposal on evidence-based design to enhance patient experience. And then a whole bunch of people submitted papers on their research work that related to the topic that we then peer-reviewed. And we selected the ones that we thought would be good to present. And that is what I am doing here today in Boston at the Design Research Society conference. I am chairing tracks where people are presenting these selected research papers. So it really gives us a forum for discourse because everybody gets about 15 minutes and we get through 6 to 8 kinds of research in a session, and people get to know one another, understand the research that's being done. It's a really, really cool process, and it's a great way to get to know other people and what they're doing and really foster collaboration. And also I've had some great sessions on equity related things like designing with, not for, as a topic. And if you think about that, we are really often trained to come with answers or to determine, to the extent that a problem is like any other problem that we've seen, that we can apply similar solutions. And the big takeaway for me on this is when you're working with the community and you want to empower them, you've got to go in with a I don't know. And you've got to trust them and empower their creativity and channel that. And that is really where the strength of the process comes through. So I'd love to know what you think about that when you've used opportunities to engage stakeholders and just how much agency you are giving them to solve problems for themselves. Because in the end, nobody knows the problems of a user group more than those people. They know what they're dealing with, they know their pain points, and when we come in thinking we know all the answers, we're not giving them the chance to really co-create with us and innovate. And I talk about this a lot on the podcast, but it was great to hear this come up in so many sessions at this conference too. Now, as far as networking goes, I know a lot of you are introverts like me, and when you're in a room full of people, you're just kind of like, hi. But the way to really break the ice, the way to really feel comfortable is not to make it so much about you, but to be curious, to focus on what you're learning, on the dots you're connecting, to ask other people what they think about the content, to share what your big takeaways are. And that's a really easy way to have a meaningful conversation that hopefully will also get you some friends in the industry who are doing great work, and you can collaborate with them in the future. So I'd love to know your thoughts on this, how you feel about the co-creation process, as well as how you network when you are at these conferences and build your network around your subject matter expertise.